Hey guys, Shido here, back with part 2 of my first impressions of the 2015 winter anime season. In part 1 I covered Kami-sama Kiss Season 2, the sequel to the 2012 show, a cute and fun little fantasy romance comedy, made for fans of the series, but skippable if you didn't watch Season 1. I covered Absolute Duo, a action harem show where the main character uses his soul to manifest a weapon, or in his case a shield. It's a decent show, but I need more to be able to determine if I like it or not. Cute High Defense Club Love is basically Sailor Moon, only boy characters instead of girl characters, and that's as simple as that. Shinmai Mao no Testament, a show about a boy from the Hero Clan who now has two sisters. One's a succubus, and the other is a demon lord. It's another ecchi type show, and I'm not 100% sure where it's gonna go. Kantai Collection, a show based off a game that features schoolgirls that possess the spirits of historical naval vessels. It's a terribly animated and fairly dumb show, but I've definitely seen worse. And speaking of, I also covered Yurikuma Arashi, a show about two bears that enter school and are disguised as humans, and they want to eat humans, especially girls it seems. It's got a lot of symbolisms and tropes that Kumihiko Ikuhara of Revolutionary Girl Utena fame is known for. I guess if you're a fan of his work, then you might have some interest. I, however, absolutely despised it. And now on to part 2. Tokyo Ghoul Route A is the second season and continuation of Tokyo Ghoul from the 2014 summer season. I watched episode 1 of season 1 and didn't really find it to be a show for me. It's a very popular show, and I personally won't be covering it, but it's airing as a part of the new season, so naturally, I had to mention it. Fans of the show will be happy that it's back, and I'm sure we'll watch it. So the first show of part 2 that I actually watched was episode 1 of Seinai Heroine no Sora Takara, or Seikano, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, a romance comedy harem show about an otaku named Tomoya, who works to buy anime. He meets a girl who ends up being his classmate, named Megumi. Basically, he goes to a well-known art club and begins to make a visual novel with Megumi as the model for the heroine. Now, episode 1 is actually listed as episode 0, and it jumps you right in where I'm guessing this is the main cast already together in a typical hot spring scenario. It's a show about making a visual novel, so of course you get different girls of different anime stereotypes. The main character is the character you're supposed to pretend to be, and you can insert yourself in as. So of course, he gets into all sorts of situations with the various girls. It's oddly fitting to me that the male voice actor also plays Kirito from Sora Online, but I think that's a story for another time. But anyway, it is done by A1 Pictures, so it's nicely animated. It's nothing special, but certainly better than quite a few shows I've seen thus far this season. And next up is the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. This is yet another show based off of a game. It's basically another idol show, as you could probably expect with a name like Idolmaster. It's nicely animated, as most A1 Picture shows are. The first episode goes the route of showing how a new idol group is formed rather than just showing off the already established group of girls. Either way, it's an idol show. If you like those sort of shows, you'll probably like this one. If not, it's completely skippable. And next we have Death Parade. It's based off a 2013 anime short called Death Billiards. Basically, there's a bar called Quinn Deckham, where a lone bartender named Deckham works. When two people emerge from the bar's elevator, they must participate in a death game. The results reveal what secrets led them to the bar and their fates afterwards. It's an interesting show, where the main character isn't really the main character, and it's more about how the people ended up in the bar. It's got some intense animation, and is for sure one of the best shows thus far this season. Probably the best show, and I'm really interested in the next episode. People who like mystery and psychological thrillers will most definitely like this show. The final show I cover for this episode is the much anticipated, and a show I was very much interested in and looking forward to. The show is Assassination Classroom, a show about a powerful creature who plans to destroy the Earth within 1 year. He offers mankind a chance to change its fate and begins working as a homeroom teacher at a high school where he teaches the students not just regular subjects, but also the art of assassination. The government offers a huge reward to the student that can kill the teacher. The show takes what should have been a serious situation and makes it a comedy for the most part. The animation is decent, but I wouldn't call it great animation either. After having watched the first episode, I'm not as excited as I once was for the show. It's not a bad show, certainly better than most of the shows this season, but doesn't really seem worthy of the hype it's gotten. I'll still be watching it however, but thus far this season has been pretty disappointing in general, with Death Parade being the only standout show at the moment. Well, that's all for part 2 of my first impressions of the Winter 2015 season. The winter season is a fairly small season, so at most there will probably be only a total of 4 episodes of this series, so about 2 more to go. Let's hope that we get a few more interesting shows at the very least. As always, thanks for watching, and see you later.